Look, look, I'm going to explain something to you guys, okay? And I'm going to explain it as clearly as possible, and I think it should be very, very easy to understand. What's up, my people? This is Showbiz the Don't. It's hump day! All right, man, look. Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, his resume stinks. Here's why. Oops. All right, man, look. Let's get to the video. I did a video yesterday saying that Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, his resume has improved. When people say he needs to take on tougher challenges, that's precisely what he's been doing since 2018. I think it's pretty obvious. If one were to say that his resume stinks, well, fighting the #1 heavyweight in the world, Tyson Fury, fighting the #5 and #6 heavyweight in the world, Luis Ortiz, I would only assume that that is better than what he's been doing before. So yes, his resume stinks, and it has gotten better. It can be both. But here's why. Here's why his resume stinks. When someone says in the comments, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, he can't fight, and his resume stinks, that is right on target. His resume stinks because he can't fight. Listen, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, he has an amateur background of 30-5? He's had 35 amateur bouts. Let's put this in perspective. On average, most boxing amateurs, they fight 25 times a year. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, a total of 35 fights. Quasi-successful. Got the bronze medal in the Olympics. How? Why? The talent pool. The heavyweight division isn't the most talented division. It definitely wasn't back then. It's getting a little bit more popular now with Daniel Dubois and Efe Ajagba and Adam Kaunak and all these boys. Usyk coming in from the cruiserweight, doing this thing. Joe Joyce coming in late. But the heavyweight division didn't have a deep talent pool. You can have somebody like Deontay Wilder who technique stinks become quasi-successful. And that's what happened. But he jumped into the pros, and his pro resume is still stinks. Now, he took on like this first 39 or whatever. I still think taking on Bermane Stiverne was right on point. But he took on those guys, and that professional career, majority of it stinks. Most of them, tomato cans. Why? You have to look at it as an extended amateur career. Barb will never forget. Cream, 2 sugars. Let's get to the video. You have to look at it as an extended amateur career because everyone who had eyes, who has ever seen boxing, knew that Deontay Wilder, his technique stinks. Ask Teddy Atlas. Okay. Now, he was using that as an extended amateur career, but why didn't he stay as an amateur then? If he wasn't ready, why did he turn pro? Well, it was the whole reason why he got into boxing in the first place. His daughter. He wanted to make money as fast as he could for his daughter. So he became professional as soon as possible, and he started providing for his daughter. That's exactly what happened. But at the same time, they knew that they had something in Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. They knew that he had talent, but his technique stinks. So they start feeding him tomato cans. It's extremely obvious. Now, when he wanted to step up his competition a bit after he got the WBC title, he wanted to take on Povetkin in Moscow. Remember that? Everyone who says Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder only fights in America, he tried to go and fight in Moscow. Povetkin, he took some drugs. He failed the drug test. That's why that fell through. But if you were to say, why didn't Deontay Wilder take on Klitschko? Why didn't he take on, Samuel Peters? Remember him? Why didn't he take on those boys, Derek Chisora, stuff like, why didn't he take on those boys? Because he would have gotten his ass whooped. Deontay Wilder couldn't fight. Hell, you can argue to this day he can't fight. But what Deontay Wilder is doing now, which why I say he's improved, is he understands what he has at the moment. He has a powerful right hand, and he's learned how to throw it correctly. So now all he needs to do is place that thing. Now here is the biggest, the most obvious way of being able to tell that his technique stinks is Deontay Wilder. He's not going to win a round unless he knocks you down. Deontay Wilder can't outbox anybody. Luis Ortiz is a far better fighter than Deontay Wilder as far as skill set. So is Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder knows that himself. He doesn't even count rounds. He can't outbox anybody. So he has to depend on what he has right now. He's knocking on his mid-30s. He's in his mid-30s, right? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. This guy, he's never going to be able to develop a side-to-side game, be able to set you up like a Tyson Fury, like an Usyk. He's not going to be able to develop those things. So he might as well just use his athleticism, understand his reflexes, know how to fight you at a distance, put you where he wants you. Boom! Bomb squad! Why isn't that easy to understand? His resume stinks. His technique stinks. But as of right now, he's improved just enough to be the favorite February 22nd against Tyson Fury. Showbiz, the funny thing is, I don't understand why it can't be all things. No need to cap. If you are a Deontay Wilder fan, you're capping and saying that Deontay Wilder is a fantastic boxer. He's not. He's actually a poor boxer, okay? But if you hate Deontay Wilder, you cannot say Deontay Wilder hasn't been successful. He has. And Deontay Wilder is one of the best heavyweights right now. Why? Because everything that you're talking about when it comes to skill set, all the things that us boxing enthusiasts, all these things that we look at as pugilists and say, hey, Deontay Wilder, he stinks. Well, he has the X factor, the eraser. It doesn't even matter. I'm out. Huh.